What's up, guys? It's Giggles, and I'm here today with the Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude. Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I can't wait to play like the actual game. It looks so interesting. I have no idea what any of it's about. We're gonna see together. The art style is so cool. Oh yeah, the whole like hand shit they be doing. I'm like, yo, this is sick. Reminds me of Naruto. It's nothing like Naruto, but it reminds me of Naruto. Let's. All right. Yes. Okay, we're good. Let me turn this shit up. Rinko. God damn it, Ringo. Erica. Hmm. See, like I know nothing about this, so we're about to figure this shit out. No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's mind these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How's a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? Damn. But honestly, Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. Oh, what the fuck? Mm, the bathroom that one. Could monsters really live among us? These case files say yes. They absolutely can and do, according to this one. A lady called me about a missing person who vanished from the bathroom of her apartment. Usually I'll brush it off as another runaway, but after seeing the crows circling above her apartment, I had a feeling there'd be more to this. This is cool. This is like a novel kind of game. The black stains on the front door verified my hunch. It turns out that I'm the only one that can see these black stains. What the hell? The lady who lived there and showed me in made no signs of noticing it. She showed me the bathtub and gave me a play-by-play of what happened. Her boyfriend was taking a bath longer than usual, and so she went to the bathroom to check in on him. When she opened the door, her boyfriend was gone, and for a short instant, there was a reflection of an old shrine on the surface of the bathwater. Yo, creepy. I rubbed my fingers on the rim of the bathroom, and there was a transparent, sticky, slime-like substance on it, a reflection of a shrine shown on the water surface. I wouldn't touch that sticky substance. Hmm. I'll need to talk further with my team about this incident to see if these things ring any bells. I purged the black stains on the front door and then left the scene. Poor lady. What will she do now? What can any of us do? KK. Oh, do I have to go through all of them? Bet. Okay. Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled the Kuriga Gaioka Vanishing. He rushes it. He reads it to himself the best he can, bruh. This is showing me that, like, I'm getting PTSD from fucking popcorn reading in high school. Having tracked another report of a dark fog in the area, I arrived to find it passed, leaving dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. At the scene, all we found were the clothes of a mother and a son left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone. Previous lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. Isn't this a child? It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. That's when the obvious sculptures returned to the scene of the crime, a group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. Yo, that's gonna look so cool in the actual game. Those creepy fucking like umbrella people. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open up my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. KK. Uno más. Unable to shake the idea that monsters are all around him, Ryota investigates on his phone to a document called the Marunouchi Vanishing. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman from Mar- Marunouchi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area, then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horseshit. Wasn't until I met them, and until my encounter, that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through that monster taking the form of the woman. Look, I've seen ghosts before, okay, me personally. So I believe in shit like this. She made a bunch of red orbs appear. I don't know about the red orbs, but I believe in ghosts that chased me around. But I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. That's fucked up. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there. Then I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers. They were in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. No mistaking those whose handiwork it was either. I'd finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. KK. Okay. In these posts, the kid had found something, or rather someone called KK, has been looking into monsters in this part of town, a believer, just like Ryota. Look at his little smiling face. Social media would never lie, and that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert in all things paranormal. Ryota, there's one thing left to do. Having pored over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Ryota prepares to take action. I'm gonna ask this KK guy to help. Just gotta figure out where he lives first. Oh, nah. Just like that? Is that easy? Ghostwire. Dear Mr. Investigator person. Yo, you really could just do that. You could find anybody on here. The internet. Dear Mr. Investigator person, hello. How are you? I'm not good and I need your help. Monsters got my best friend. I want to say Sasuke, and I know it's not Sasuke. I'm just gonna call him Sasuke. I don't care. Rinko sits up in her chair. She's zeroed in on one of the dozen monitors from across a makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. Yo, this shit. Look at all these monitors. She's like she's a part of the police. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Ooh. Data flies across the screen, seemingly too much. Charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow they're all those through all those screens and all of that clutter, Ryota's message catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could just be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytical approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks, but she also knows no one could protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammate is the only way to keep everyone safe. Damn. So I'm guessing all of these characters are going to be in the game. What do you make of it, Ed? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. He has something to say but holds it back. Technology is easy, people are hard. Instead of sneaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, Ed turns and walks away. I've heard int- intriguing, right? Intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer. Yo, is bullying really like that bad in Japan? From where they never return. If any information turns out about such anomalies, I'd, I'd be keen to investigate. Though I speak purely out of personal interest, it might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay, well, she said okay for me. Safe to say, since you somehow found the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend you want to look into. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He certainly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how you spend your free time. Ed. Erica's been sitting next to Rinko this entire time, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is... Want me to check it out? I don't think so, Erica. It could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Seriously, you still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown a maturity beyond her years. She gives Erica an almost sisterly look of skepticism. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitor and away from Erica. But for all her maturity, Erica can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I'll have him take a look. I wonder how many of these characters are actually important to the game. The stall is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. The silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. The peace and solitude have shattered. This is no way to enjoy noodles. God damn it. The silent dinner finally graces at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case. These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Can't even give me 5 minutes to enjoy a nice, quiet lunch. Oh, dope. Let me guess. I'll be risking life and limb? That why you let it ring for so long? Too scared to pick up? You know the exact day I stopped being scared of anything. Sheesh. The day you stopped being a loner and hooked up with us so we could have your back. Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not fool enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple check-in on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erica should run on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're busy, so. Whoa, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. Talk to one of them. Talk to my boy Ed. Ed, I'm betting you have a file on this already. Got a file on everything. Funny you say that. I have files dedicated solely to listing subjects that I don't have more complete files on yet. Want me to pull them up? Just give me the highlights. Unfortunately, what I know about the legend of the manhole girls so far is that it's just that, a legend. There might not be anything else to know. It appears to be a story passed around by kids at sleepovers. Wouldn't be the first time something that isn't supposed to be real attacked me in a dark alley. If you're worried, maybe it's time I return to field work. When I wear my hat, I blend right into a Tokyo crowd. Funny. I would have never marked you for a Tokyo native. Then again, the place is absolutely crawling with tourists, isn't it? Thanks for the insights. I'll take it from here. Ryota doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He is young, but he is very much alone. His focus is centered on the small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arm, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Ryota inspects his creation, someone who's been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Ryota looks up. He's nervous but clutches the paper doll in his hand and stays brave. He's not running or hiding, despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. Gotta admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you got the benefit of a partner, without the annoying small talk. Ryota's shoulders ease, he lets his guard down, and he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to this scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You are a sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. So you really are him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. Sorcerer? So like sorcery is like normal here? You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files? You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. Damn. They say you solve strange mysteries, right? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Rita's phone. He sees the social media posts featuring photos of various case files he's worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing out my name is a pain, and I got too much pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You wanted an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. I'm so glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing, I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still, got a few friends on the force, so I can dig up dirt quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honestly, my buddy Sasuke disappeared. He doesn't come home since look, I know it's probably not Sasuke, okay? Sasuke. Sasuke. Sasuke? I don't know. He hasn't come home since yesterday. I'm a weeb, okay? Last place I saw him was right back here. Ryota motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. If Ryota is bluffing, he's an incredible liar. A sadness came over him when he looks back towards the alley. KK looks back and forth, from the kid then to the alleyway behind him. All alleyways are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. Oh, nah. See any fog when that happened, the moment he disappeared? Now that you mention it, there's been something spooky around, like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. Alright. KK mutters something to himself as he eyeballs to the alleyway behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. With so much going down in the city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like the front page news. Call the kid's bluff. Press for more info. I don't think, like, doing all of this just to lie? Why would you do that? I'm gonna press for more info. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he was taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. But it did happen to my best friend. I'm not even gonna say his name. He's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone's been looking, but no one can find him. What about his parents? Have they filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about him. I know he needs me. And no one else is even looking for him anymore. Just me. It's been 2 days. Where the fuck are his parents? He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated. You knew there was more to it than everybody else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to his disappearance. I just need your help. Really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. You remind me of my friend Erica. She lost someone too, and she'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where this pal of yours disappeared. Ryota perks up. So you're gonna look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team, see if they figured anything out. Could save us some time. KK reaches for his phone. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. Okay, in the actual game, am I gonna have like people with me? Cause like in the trailers, all I've seen uh is it this dude KK? I don't know. The just the main character and it's just him the whole time trying to go through Tokyo like killing monsters. Okay, follow up on one. Does it matter who I talk to? I'll do. You find anything else? I know you've been searching all over your fancy computer. Some worrying details have started to emerge. The type of details that means he is for sure involved. Who the fuck is this he? Social media is starting to fill up with posts about the appearances of a mysterious dark fog. It's been popping up in neighborhoods with similar data sets to the one Ryota called from. School absences are also on the rise. I can't confirm it if those represent actual disappearances or just spooked kids trading scary stories, but it's clear fear and paranoia are taking hold. Yeah, I figured out that much. Oh, really? You carry a fear and paranoia detector now? Did I have to develop that when I wasn't paying attention? Damn, what a bitch. Years on the force are what gave me my fear detector. You can't beat experience. But I do appreciate your input, even if I already knew it all. Ryota, it's time to find your homie. Damn, I just called up to, see if y'all had any, oh, hell nah. Nothing looks out of place. But things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding on to anything. Ooh, the music's like. But you would think that he is by the way he's moving. Oh, he's not holding on to anything, but you would think he is by the way he's moving. Like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Rid has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. As KK opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops from his hands down onto the ground. It ripples like water in a single pond. Still pond. Energy flowing outward in the world. Into the world. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, dope. A strange trail floats into view as though a spirit has passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Ryota follows KK's eyeline down the alley, but sees nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid. It's good you didn't see it. This is a power you don't want. You're too young for it. To take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. Hmm. That spirit didn't look like a child, though. Is his friend, like, the same age as him? Homie looked a little older. Ew, what the fuck? KK and Rinko are in big trouble this time, running like rats, desperate to stay alive, with only a dingy old sofa between them and monsters. We'd better find another exit. Rinko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body's reacting to the ether. What the fuck? Oh shit. Ow, okay. As KK looks at the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform, everything continues to split apart even further. Yo, this looks so cool. Another hallucination. The world is breaking into more like three. That'd be crystallized. That'd be crystallized ether, another form of matter. It sounds like your body has entered the final stages of affinity. What the fuck? And beyond. From thin air, like phantoms. Oh, thank God I can read. These horrific visitors appeared, surrounding KK and Rinko. Damn, we're surrounded. I know I should probably sounded like, damn, we're surrounded. Mr. KK? Are you okay? Sorry, kid. My mind could be a little hard to control. You just kind of stood there for a little while. Sometimes my memories take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight, I won't be long. Oh, nah. And then these homies just cluttered up. One of them should come help me. Ed, I'm looking at you. A report on Rinko's computer setup flashes on the screen. Ed's monitor software has a hold of something big. The results are clear, spiritual residue, and it's exactly at KK's location. What's it now? We just received an alert. There was a massive surge of spiritual energy at your location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait for you guys forever. We might have a missing child on our hands. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Remember, fog reports are increasing. There's fear in the streets. Time to act. Of course I know those things. I'm the one who told you. I also know how dangerous it's getting out there. This time could be even worse than the last. What if he shows up? Wish he could. Wish he would. Excited to see that mask snap into when I put my fist through it. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use our own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. KK decides to address one team member specifically to make his case. Why would I? Okay, it's either a child, Ed. Look, Ed seems like more of the, nerd type. Come on, Ed. The hunger I have to solve this case is as good as any science experiment you could conduct to get to the bottom of it. Ed, how many times have my instincts been proven right by all your high-tech gadgetry? That's not something I keep tally of. The purpose of my work isn't to prove you're right, but it happens all the time. I'm out in the streets, pressing into darkness, trusting my instincts. I can't be waiting for you all to download a software update. I feel like you're trivializing my work quite a bit. Of course, I'm extremely thankful when I can assist you, but my primary goal as a scientist and as a paranormal investigator is much greater than any individual day-to-day goals. And that's exactly my point. We all need to focus on what we do best, and what I do best is not wait around. We can all agree that you're no good at that. I must say, I quite admire your gift, and I do not envy the stress that a city like Tokyo must place on a detective who just wants to do his job. However, I would remind you, in nature, a lone wolf typically isn't alone for long. They are alone only until they find a new pack or become prey themselves. Yikes. That may be factually correct, but sure as hell takes the coolness out of it. I can't disagree with that. Just try and act cool in the most responsible way possible. Our pack is stronger with you in it. I'll talk to you later. I'm in the middle of investigating. He never was any good at following people's directions. That attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. You don't think I realize that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. So, I mean, what was I gonna do? Plead with the little girl? Oh, dope. Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between two horrific figures and to some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back, might just make you even more miserable, who could say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK, without hesitation, stretches his hands out towards the crystals. Wait, stop! Stopping's not an option. Not for any of us. You don't know what will happen. It could kill you. And those things won't. We're dead if they don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You've thrown away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. There's not a goddamn thing left to lose at this point. Before Rinko could say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. Hmm. Oh, damn. The flashbang. Oh, shit. KK follows the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. This spot is clearly the origin point for whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you This way. Sasuke! KK looks around again and finding nothing focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. Oh, whoa. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing specter hovering in the dark and dreary place, the spirit of a man in his 30s. Jibaku Rei? According to Japan's lore, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? Ugh. The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters, as if distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know, what are you doing here, specifically, at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around, just having fun, alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So, just being neighborly, eh? I don't believe him. Yes, no, not making friends, protecting. But it wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else, something lurking in those shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster? A monster? The Spectre points downwards, underneath, huh? KK stares at the manhole as though he just looks hard enough. He'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath its cover. He doesn't have to see the Spectre's nod to know he's right. It went that way. Yo, I'm not going in the sewer. Before he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around in detective's business, you don't belong back here. I thought I heard you talking to someone. Who's this youngster? Only I could hear you, so don't bother. Only you could hear me. Well, sure, nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show, kid. I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe? Not safe, monster. But how do you know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to anyone? Funny you should mention that. I could actually use some help. I believe, did they call it client services? Who you calling, mister? Are they nice like you or nicer? Client services sounds more like babysitting to me. If only you'd just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Like, why during this whole time hasn't one of them, like, taken the bus and came where I am? Rinko sighs, a long, tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. I feel like if I pick the girl, like this one up here, what the hell is she gonna do if they get in danger? Ed doesn't look like a fighter. I feel like my only option is this chick. You, Rinko. There's nobody I trust more. The way you've looked at after Erica, you've got a way with young people. I just don't. Talk some sense into this kid. Make him give me the space I need to get the job done. Put him on. She's gonna yell at his ass. Ryota holds KK's phone to his ear, happy to meet another new friend. Yes, Miss Ghost Hunter. No, Ryota, this is Rinko. I'm the one who first read your message about your friend. You're going to find him. You just have to trust us and listen to us. We also need your help. Will you help us? We need a new deputy for our paranormal investigation force. A deputy? Like a real deputy? Yes. Perfect. You're now our official task force lookout. It's a tough job. And not just anyone can do it, but I believe in you. What a fucking... He's gonna be all happy. I'm sending an alert to your smartphone right now. Every 5 minutes, send me a message and tell me what you see. Even if it's just normal stuff. I'll do my best. But you need to stay where you are. If you go anywhere, that wouldn't be good task force lookout work. In that case, I would be forced to demote you to a lower position, and you have no idea what kind of paperwork that would create. You can count on me. KK watches as Ryota smiles and hands the phone back to him. Then the kid puts on a tough deputy face and begins to survey the entrance to the alley. We good? He's on lookout duty. That should keep him busy for a while, but you'd better proceed with caution. We're on our way. You're the best. Tell me something I don't already know. How to get down there and find your pal. Because I'm pretty sure Sasuke is with an A, so... Sasuke is with an A. Whatever. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya's sewers. Eesh. The further he goes, the darker it gets. But not because of any changes in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. Yikes. I would leave. In fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air, toxic. Paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. Oh, sick. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up? Right below our feet. Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kigar only increases. Kigar? There's definitely something here if there's this much corruption swirling around. Nothing I can't handle, though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power and... hold and trace the shape. Alright. Oh, shit. I am doing horribly. Ta-da. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. That's better, minus the stink. With the Kiger now cleared... Ooh, not homie from it. As if they were waiting for a moment of safety, something appears. Sasuke, is that you? The small boy avoids KK's looks, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Oh, nah. Hey, you kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding from something? Take a bath, take a bath. Come on, kid. This isn't the time or the place. Answer me. Do you not see his little red eyes? I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out, the tiny chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found... but I'm worried he won't. Muffled sounds. Aw, fuck. Down. So far, the signal to KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what the words they might be forming. Muffled sounds. Hello, is anybody there? Rinko, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? Ed. Ed, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him? Was Sasuke wearing a yellow raincoat? The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Sasuke... It's about... Not... Ed, I can't understand. Is not what? Not Sasuke... The call cuts out and the phone's going dead in KK's hand. Damn it. Enough screwing around. Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, a child responds. He stands up and turns to KK with his dead, evil eyes. You're not Sasuke, you're the monster. KK raises his hand and calls forth an energy that he declares the day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving, monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. And in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle to its mouth and... Oh, shit. At a stranger's fingertips lies KK, not a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch. Hello, my friend. I'm keen to seeing how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it to his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration, it surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. Because I'm pretty sure that guy is like the dude in the actual. As the monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle, he steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space. Ooh, for two much larger, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. Oh shit, damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish with 2 hits. Defensive barrier. Wind, a talisman that stops visitors from moving. It will be consumed on use. Yo, oh. 1 umbrella visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. Hello, defense barrier. Barrier appears in front of KK. An umbrella visitor attacks, but it attacks is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. The umbrella visitors are frozen in place. Only one stunned talisman is left. Nah, win again. Yo, the music's kind of lit. 1 umbrella visitor injured. The umbrella visitor awakens from the stun. Ah, shit. One umbrella visitor is injured. An umbrella visitor attacks. A barrier appears in front of KK. An umbrella visitor attacks, but its attack is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. Kill his ass, bruh. One umbrella visitor is injured. You're done. Not you're done. Oh, dope. The fight now over, the sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps the space, looking for any clues that may be left behind. Why would a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? But then he sees it. Affixed to one wall of the tunnel, a wooden tag, something called Kafuda? This must be what summoned those things. KK reaches out to take the Kafuda down, but as his fingertips approach it... Flashbang. Or flashback. I don't know. KK has PTSD. Oh shit. Rinko? God damn it. Rinko! Erica? KK feels a big, quick thump through his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... Oh shit. Gasp. As KK comes to, he realizes that he is in the tunnel once again. No, still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole, not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy, his mind races. It was a horrible dream, maybe a vision? He grips the Kafuda in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard that it smashes into pieces. At the moment, KK realizes he's not actually alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised, he spins to face this entity, but before he could raise his other hand... Ugh! Oh, come on. What is it now? I like how it's like a novel kind of game. KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. I recorded something that I would like to share with you. You see, what the hell? Why does Ed look like that? I've never been as comfortable speaking from the heart as others That said, I'm no fool. I can understand what it means to show emotion. I know that it's not something easily captured, no matter how sophisticated the recording. So I've deleted it, and I will now do my best to express this directly to you. I'm glad that you're okay. Wow, Ed, that's deep. I mean, for you anyway. Yes, thank you for letting the mood, lightening the mood by mocking this moment of vulnerability. Sorry, Ed. Anytime. All my instruments, devices, software, they tell a story. However, it's just that, a story. It's not necessarily the truth. It's just an interpretation of the truth. Data is, of course, malleable. And the story that was told to me when we encountered this alleyway today was, I'll just say, rather grim. I'm sorry that I scared you like that. Naturally, I've prepared for numerous statistically viable conclusions. However, despite what the numbers tell me, I've never made a plan for carrying on in your absence. Damn. I don't know what else to say. I'm flattered, I suppose, that you don't want to believe how likely I am to die. I have backup plans for my backup plans. We're in them all. Aw, love. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, KK turns his attention to the original source of all of this drama, his young client, Ryota. You were never going to tell me, were you? Sasuke isn't your best friend, he's your dog. What? He's my dog and my best friend. Aw. KK steps back nervously as Sasuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Oh, calm down. He just wants to be pet. Jeez. Who's Who'd have thought that such a tough as nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? And he's such a cute dog too. Don't have the broadcast. Don't have to broadcast it, alright? Don't be scared. Sasuke loves everyone. Maybe he should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into the sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and gets a facial of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless his little dog is, but still keeps some distance. Thank you so much for bringing him home safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK? What an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it has a fun ring to it. Not quite so formal as your full name. Before we get too sidetracked, as the lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse, fighting monsters or filling out those damn forms. It's obvious that you prefer the fighting to paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines. Only Ed could read them. Hey kid, this is for you. Ooh, is it a prize for helping you find the ghost? Almost. It's the bill. Damn. Ryota's face sinks as he's left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work is pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Ryota looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says, "The case of the cursed manhole. Extermination complete. KK." Leaning it over his shoulder, Rinko looks out an unsure. Oh my god. I can't read right now. Loud burst of laughter. Ooh, now I get it. You didn't choose the nickname KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Call me what you like. Not like I've got any use for a real name these days. And definitely not one of my old names. It doesn't matter what anyone calls me, so long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. You little kid, bruh. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. Aw. So this is all about a missing dog? Yo, okay, I'm excited to play actual Ghostwire Tokyo. Because maybe we have like a squad situation going on. I'm guessing KK's the main character. This was like a little preluded case file, which was dope. I didn't know that it was gonna be like kind of like a one of those game book thing, visual novels. There you go. It's like a visual novel, which was very cute. Look at all this work they put into it, the design and everything, and I can't wait to play the actual game. Oh, it speeds up. Hmm. Hmm. What I like about the game that's coming out is it looks visually pleasing. Like all the characters, like those tall dudes in suits with their umbrellas. That one guy with the mask who's gonna be the main villain type dude. That's pretty dope. And this is like a short, sweet little introduction, I guess, into the actual game that I will be playing on this channel. And yeah, we got to. That's it. That's yeah. Ghostwire Tokyo, the Prelude, the corrupted case files. Hopefully, we'll get to see those characters in the main game. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in Ghostwire Tokyo. Tokyo.